Chris thought he had found the kind of love that only happens once in a lifetime, but then Lily revealed a secret that turned their happiness into a race against time. Every smile they shared carried both joy and sorrow, every touch felt like it could be the last. Yet, instead of running, Chris chose to love her with everything he had, even when the future promised heartbreak. What happened next was a love so powerful it burned brighter than the stars, yet fragile enough to break your heart in an instant. This is the moment where love and loss collided, leaving behind a story you'll never forget. Chris never believed in love at first sight, but the day he met Lily, something inside him changed. She was sitting alone under a tree in the park, sketching flowers in her notebook. Her smile was soft, but her eyes carried a kind of sadness that made Chris stop and stare. He wanted to know her story. When he finally walked up to her, Lily laughed at his nervous hello, and it felt like sunshine. They began to talk, and Chris soon found himself drawn to her like a river rushing to the sea. Yet, there was something unspoken, something heavy in the way she sighed when she thought no one was watching. Chris felt it, but he pushed it away. He just wanted to stay in the glow of her presence, no matter what truth she carried inside her. They started meeting every day. Chris would bring Lily her favorite ice cream, and she would show him her drawings. He told her about his dreams of becoming a writer, and she told him about her love for the stars. Sometimes they sat in silence, just listening to the world around them. Chris didn't know why, but he always felt time moving faster when he was with her, as if life was rushing ahead, daring them to catch it. One afternoon, Lily grew quiet. She looked at him with tears hiding behind her smile. "Chris," she whispered, "I don't have much time." His heart froze. She told him about the illness eating away at her body, one day at a time. Chris wanted to scream, to run, to deny it, but instead he held her hand. In that moment, he knew he had to choose, to walk away before the pain, or to love her harder than he had ever loved anyone. Chris chose love. He refused to let fear win. He began writing letters for her, poems that made her laugh and cry. They went on small adventures, watching the sunrise, running in the rain, dancing barefoot on the grass when no one was watching. Every memory felt urgent, like painting on a canvas that could vanish at any moment. But there were nights when Chris broke down alone. He couldn't bear the thought of losing her. Friends told him to be careful, to protect his heart, but Chris didn't listen. He wanted Lily even if it meant pain. Lily too was torn between joy and guilt. She loved him deeply, but part of her wished he never met her, so he wouldn't have to suffer when she was gone. One evening, Lily asked him to take her to the hill where the stars shone brightest. Wrapped in a blanket, they lay side by side, staring at the endless sky. "Promise me something," Lily whispered. "When I'm gone, don't let this love die inside you. Write about it. Keep it alive." Chris swallowed hard, his voice breaking. "I promise." That night, he kissed her with the kind of love that carried both life and death. He wanted to hold her forever, but forever was slipping through his fingers like sand. The stars seemed to burn brighter, as if they knew this moment would never come again. The day came quietly. Chris walked into her hospital room and she smiled at him one last time. Her fingers brushed his cheek, her lips whispered his name, and then she was gone, like a candle blown out by the wind. Chris fell to his knees, the pain cutting through him like fire. But even in his grief, he remembered her words. He began to write, every laugh, every tear, every heartbeat they shared. Their short love became a story, a song, a prayer. People would one day forget many things, but not Chris. For him, Lily was the most beautiful chapter of his life. A chapter that ended too soon but left his soul forever changed.